Sir.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma. Good morning, sirs. You're very welcome
morning,
to this.
sir.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. This is just to welcome us to this session. Yes, and just to make an initial announcement that we are going to be commencing this program in another 5 minutes. Yes, we have over 500 people that indicated interest to join the session, and we simply want to give an allowance of additional 5 or 7 minutes thereabouts, just to accommodate a few more people. That is not our DNA in Ajsilicon, but it's our, I mean, it's our first time here, for very many of us, and we want to leave that window open. So in another 5 minutes or thereabouts, the engagement will start in earnest. So once again, thank you everyone, and I can assure us that it's going to be insightful, it's going to be inspiring, and it's going to signal a journey onto greater relevance for all of us. So thank you once again, and you are very welcome.
Yeah. Got me.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. I believe you can hear me across our different locations.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning once again, and let me formally welcome us to Ajsilicon and to this CISA orientation program, in particular. Yes. Are we good to go? We can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
we're good to go. Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay. Yes. My name is Abayomi Abiono. I'm a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, and I'm CISA qualified. That's just for short. Yes, and I'm going to be the anchor for today's program. Yes. It's a session that is going to be, letting us know the sum and substance of what CISA, Certified Information Systems Auditor, represents. Yes, and it's coming from the stable of Ajsilicon. Yeah, so that's what the entire session is all about. We are going to be looking at what I mean, the A to Z of CISA, and how to plug into this novel certification, to just for our benefits, like many others have done in times past. So the program is going to follow a pattern. We're going to be in another minute, I'm going to be introducing Alhaji Razak Yayola. Yes, Alhaji needs no introduction, but before I do that, let me also let us know that we are going to look at what the CISA is all about. We are going to be listening to an experience, from one of our veterans, one of our past students, who is also a veteran in the industry. He's going to be share perspectives around some practical benefits and how we can position ourselves for such benefits. And finally, we are going to be taking a question and answers. Yes, obviously we are going to be having some question and answers. Yeah, we will take time to also be taking that. So that's what the session is all about. So I'm going to be calling on Alhaji Razak Jayola for his opening address. Alhaji needs no introduction, for virtually all of us here. He's our revered past president of the Institute of Accountants of Nigeria. is a man of many credentials that I can't go into now. You know, he's been recognized both locally and internationally. And for lack of time, I won't want to go into all of that. So the next voice you are going to be hearing is that of Dr. Razak Jayola, is going to be giving us, his opening address, relating to today's session. So once again, let's settle in. It's going to be an exciting journey. It's going to be an informative journey. It's going to be, a career-defining journey for us, and that's why we must take it with all seriousness. So once again, thank you very much, and let's have Alhaji Razak Jayola on board. Alhaji, sir, let's have your opening address, sir.
Thank you very much, Yomi. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, those of you in this part of the world, good afternoon, good evening in various other parts of the world. Are you hearing me loud and clear?
As
Yes, sir.
always, we can
sir.
hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm really excited to welcome you to this platform today and to indeed congratulate you, because it's only God that leads one to the right path. Coming here today, God has indeed led you to the right path, because we all know the difficulties, the economic crisis in our environment, in fact, all over the world at the moment. One of the panaceas, one of the solutions is embracing global certification. By the way, I have with me on the program Abayomi Abiona, whose voice you have heard, and also Dr. Olumide Olowokure. You know, the meaning of Olowokure is only the rich man that will die well. So, I'm very pleased to welcome them on board. Our mission today is to Certified Information System Auditor. Certified Information System Auditor, popularly referred to as CISA. Some people will say CISA. It is pronounced CISA. Okay. You know, and you may also wish to know that apart from past president of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, I have for the past 5 years. For the past 5 years, been on the committee of International Federation of Accountants, called Professional Accountancy Organizations Development Advisory Group. We advise all the professional accounting organizations like ICANN, like ICAG, that is the one in Ghana, like ANAN, like ICAW and all that. I am representing Africa in that particular committee of IFA. Before now, I have served on ABWA, accountancy bodies of West Africa, and so on and so forth. For lack of time, I will not go too deeply. Our mission here today is about Certified Information System Audit. Like we all know, the traditional audit approach, the manual approach, but immediately a system is computerized. I'm not talking about accounting system alone. The entire system in an organization immediately is computerized. Then we are talking about information systems auditing. It's no longer manual. So the accounting system will need to be audited. So what is information system? We are talking of various parts. We are talking of the hardware. We are talking of the software. you are talking also about the infrastructure in an environment and so on and so forth. When you are talking about software, you are talking of operating system. You are talking of the various applications, the one used for finance, the one used for HR, the one used for procurement, and so on and so forth. So it is the totality of this that CISA wants to teach you how to audit. So if you call yourself a modern auditor, then you should not only learn how to audit information system, you are supposed to be working in a system that is already computerized, you know? So major attempts to introduce you to information system, not only to auditors. Don't forget, you did audit in your accountancy exam. So information system auditing becomes compulsory for everybody. So that is by way of introduction, you know. So today, we are not just gathered to learn about certification. We are here because the world around us is changing, and with change comes the need for new skills, new opportunities, and new mindsets. So your introduction to me introduced to CISA today is opening you up to new opportunities, both local and globally. As we begin, let me share with you 10 powerful reasons why embracing the CISA certification is one of the most important decisions you can make right now. Imagine somebody who qualified through the last exam and going through this CISA program and the special grace of God, within the next few months, if he passes his CISA exam, he becomes ACA CISA. He has left all the others behind. There's no way you can apply to an environment that appreciates information system auditing, and they will now take somebody who is just an ACA. You're already a step ahead, you know? So, global recognition and prestige, that's the first major benefit. So it's not just a certificate, it's a global badge of excellence across continents, industries, and sectors. It identifies you as a skilled and trusted information systems auditor. Number two, high demand across industries. We are going to give you a copy of my presentation. We will give you a copy of this one that is being shown on the screen now. That is your Miss presentation, which is next. And we also give you a recording of this, what we are doing today. So, high demand across industries, from banks to tech firms, healthcare to manufacturing, and governments to startups. Every organization that uses technology needs professionals who understand how to audit and secure it. That professional can be you. Number three, expanded career pathways. CISA is your gateway to a wide range of roles: IT auditor, risk manager, cybersecurity analyst, compliance officer, consultant, and even C-suite roles like chief information officer. Higher earning potential. Organizations are willing to pay more for CISA certified professionals because they bring verified skills and credibility to table. It is an investment that pays real tangible dividends. Number 5, enhance professional credibility. With CISA, you can earn trust faster. Clients, employers, and partners will recognize you as someone who understands how to safeguard systems, manage risks, and ensure compliance. Number 6, remote work and dollar-denominated opportunities. Today, CISA holders work across borders without leaving their home countries. They earn globally competitive incomes and consulting for organizations abroad. The world is truly your marketplace. Just Google this morning, Google job opportunities for information system auditors. And you will see, both locally and abroad, you will see it roll out at any point in time. You know, and there are some specific job sites that will direct you to, you know. So if you choose to stay in Nigeria and work remotely, yes, why not? And if you choose to Japa, yes, why not? Those opportunities are there. Not when you remain just as what? As ACA, you know. CISA is a globally recognized certification. Broadened expertise in risk management and cybersecurity. CISA will not just train you to audit systems. It will empower you to protect organizations against cyber threats, financial losses, and reputational damage. Competitive edge in the job market. When employers see CISA attached to your name, you immediately stand out. It shows that you have both the financial and technological literacy to navigate today's complex business environment. We are all hearing about artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence. To operate squarely in artificial intelligence environments, you need such backgrounds like this to pilot you through. It is very, 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 very important. And don't forget, Ajsilicon is a household name. Even if you have not sat for the exam, merely putting it in your CV with our electronic certificate of attendance, it boosts your profile that you have attended training on information system auditing at Ajsilicon. It rings a bell. More often than not, because we have trained thousands, one of our students will be on the panel. You can be rest assured. You know, opportunity for leadership roles. CISA is increasingly a requirement for leadership in audit, compliance, and IT governance. By earning this credential, you are preparing yourself to lead, influence, and shape the future. Commencement of lifelong learning growth. The CISA journey nurtures a mindset of continuous improvement. You will always be ahead, thinking critically, adapting to change, and growing both personally and professionally. Dear participants, these are just not benefits. They are opportunities to transform your lives. The digital economy needs a new kind of professional, one who can audit, assure, and advise with confidence. in a complex world. That professional is the CISA certified expert. That professional is you. At Ajsilicon, we are fully committed to supporting you on this journey. In this market, we are number one, undisputable. Ask your seniors. They will tell you, they will give you testimonies. You know, we equip you with knowledge and skills and the community you need to thrive, not just today, but for the future ahead. I urge you, seize this opportunity with both hands. Dream big. Stay committed. The world is waiting for your contribution. Thank you, and I wish you a fulfilling and inspiring session. Thank you very much. So on that note,
Wow.
Okay, go ahead, Yomi.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Alaji. That speech for me qualifies for one delivered in the United Nations General Assembly. It will have been fit for purpose in that environment. Or maybe one delivered, in the acceptance of MFR award. So once again, Alaji, thank you so much. Alaji has simplified the session for us. Like I said earlier on, it's basically broken down. The session is broken down into four. We've just had the first one. The second one, we're going to be looking at the sum and substance of CISA, like I said earlier on. The third session, we are going to be listening to Dr. Olumide. Dr. Olumide is on grant to share practical, way to benefit from these noble certification. And finally, we are going to be taking our questions. So let's go straight to the slide. What is CISA? What is CISA and all of that? CISA is an acronym.
Please. So let me just briefly introduce Mr. Abayomi Abiona. Abayomi Abiona is a graduate of accounting and a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN. He is ACCA IFRS certified and a certified member of Certified Information Systems Auditor. That is, he is a CISA. He started his career in Sovereign Trust Company in 2002 as an account officer. We are talking about over 20 years experience. He left to join finance unit of Alcatel-Lucent Telecommunications Limited in 2003. As a senior finance executive, he was in charge of preparation of final accounts and managing of year-end audit procedure. In addition, he managed project reporting to the headquarters in Paris. He thereafter left for Intercontinental Bank PLC as a regional control manager. He later moved to Insight Communications Limited as group strategy and compliance manager. Abayomi currently heads the training unit of Clients and Associates, the financial services and training firm. Yomi principally handles training sessions on international financial reporting standards, financial accounting, taxation, and financial management sessions. He facilitates for Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Chartered Institute of Taxation, Tom Associates, and Ajsilicon, and other notable training firms on international financial reporting standards, international public sector accounting standards, taxation, economic recovery and growth plan, and allied financial matters in and outside Nigeria. He has led a few IFRS conversion exercises, and also such companies include Law Union and Rock, Insurance, Brief Nigeria Limited, PLC, Subsea 7 Nigeria Limited, Federal Inland Revenue Services, Nigeria Television Authorities, etc. Abayomi has worked variously in federal government establishments, the capacity of forensic auditors, and also been involved in collaboration with officials of Federal Inland Revenue Service in tax audits and investigation of notable public-private organizations such as Nigeria National Petroleum Corporations and subsidiaries, MTN Nigeria, Nesoil Limited, Honor FCMB Bank, Fidelity Bank, etc. So you can see Yomi has been somebody of vast experience, and more importantly, he has been with Ajsilicon for over a decade, facilitating CISA and also other consulting assignments in Ajsilicon. So I commend you to him. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Alaji. That's way too generous. If that's coming from Alaji, it's way too generous. Thank you, sir. So let's go back to business. Like I said, we will just want to look at the the composition of CISA and how we can plug into it. Yes, I said CISA is an acronym for Certified Information System Auditor. It's a term used for people who have passed a recognized exam set by CISA, and that's Information System Audit and Control Association, for people who have been trained in how to audit information system, that is auditing of computerized environment. The components of the information system are your hardware, your software, your data, your process, and people. Yes, there's a certification that is recommended for external auditors, for accountants, for bankers, for internal auditors, information system auditors, internal control officers, graduate, undergraduate, IT auditors, audit managers, and officers, consultants and security professional, IT officers. If you ask me, it's actually meant for everyone. If I'm to summarize Alaji's earlier address, what it says in one sentence is that anyone functioning in any of these capacity without CISA, it's intellectually expired. That's just the summary. Yes, without CISA to function in this capacity is almost impossible in our hypermodern world. Okay, we said the designation is the global standard for professionals who have a career in information system auditing, control, and security. So we're talking about information system, really, and it's practically impossible for any business that knows its onions to function without information system. And sometimes when you want to talk about information system, in some very practical way, you just look at what banking was, in the 90s, maybe 1990. 1999, 98, and what banking is today, you will observe that it has changed address significantly. There's been a significant shift. And what's that shift? It brought about by applications, by introduction of information system. And how can we then pass any opinion on such environment if we ourselves we have not shifted? And that's the need for CISA. Still giving us background to what CISA is all about. CISA is an international professional association, independent non-profit global association that engages in the development, adoption, and use of globally accepted information system, knowledge, and practices. It's founded in 1969 as the EDP Auditors Association, that is in the US. And what this tells us is that, it's a community of global professionals. It's not just for You know, it's not a local thing. That's not to demean local association, but that's just to tell us that this is what gives us acceptance, you know, and give us a space, or you know, on the professional table globally. Yeah, we said we have more than 460,000 members worldwide, and the number is still growing, you know, and we have more than 200 chapters all over the world. Yes, it is time for us to be part of this these statistics, and that's why Alhaji congratulated us much earlier. And one of us responded to Alhaji's comment that, hey, it's Wahala Day for anybody that does not have money. When Dr. Lumide's name came on board, Olowo Kure, that, oh, if you don't have money, Wahala Day, both, you know, both in Nigeria and abroad. And I had to quickly correct that you know, the money there should be CISA. If you lack CISA, Wahala Day as a professional. So that's on the lighter mode. Now, what's the exam? What has this structure? We say there's no minimum requirement for the exam. No need to have any credit at any level and all of that. Yeah, why? Because we are talking about professionals, really. We are talking about people that have some standpoint. That's not to say oh, it is everybody come inside thing. Not at all. Not at all. But once you are, even if you are a secondary school graduate, we've had in times past people who are CISA satisfied themselves, and once some of their children are out of secondary school, they expose them to this, because that's the world, that's the future. So your BSc, OND, and all of that, it qualifies us for this exam. It's a one-stage exam. You do it once, and it's passed, and that's all. You know, and one can sit for the exam anytime one is ready. Yeah, it is not time dependent. It's not, unlike, you know, CISA itself has also evolved. Very many years ago, you know, it used to be once a year, at some point twice a year. I remember it used to be May and June and December. At some point it became 3 times, 4 times. But now, because, you know, they've also incorporated information system into the process, it's now to be taken, you know, just once. Yes, this is talking about some current facts. Like I mentioned earlier on, we still need to, you know, get some good background so that we can have understanding, you know, and appreciation of what this CISA is all about. So it's more than 106 CISAs, you know, worldwide, and they function in all of those capacities. They function in all of those capacities. Some of them are audit directors, managers, consultants, and auditors in their numbers. IT directors, manager, consultants, in over 11,000 employed in managerial consulting, related position, IT operations, yeah, security directors, manager, consultant, and related staff, and CEOs, CFOs. If you look at, you know, roles like chief information officers, CISOs, and all of that, I mean, it's impossible to, you know, to function in those roles without CISA. As a matter of fact, CISA created some of these roles because of the importance of this certification, and the support system is given our businesses. Yes, yeah, these are the, Alhaji already discussed all of this, but I'll just paraphrase it again. The battle today is against time, but within the time space that we have, you won't have any doubts. You know, it's not going to be open to any doubt that this is a journey that we should commence, you know, immediately. Yes, you say with a few months, you'll become, you know, CISA added to some of those certifications that we already possess, your FC, your AC, and all of that. Additional qualifications that make you more marketable. That's very true. Yeah, the marketability of CISA, not just, you know, locally, internationally, you know, it's unimaginable. The opportunities are enormous. There is no time to tell us about some of my experiences in Chicago in 2009, and more recently, even in Ottawa, in some 2 years, last year, 2024, I met some professionals, and once they talk about CISA certified, the next question they want to ask you that, why are you going back to Nigeria? But the truth of the matter is that that barrier has been broken by CISA. You don't necessarily except for some other reason. You don't necessarily need to move except you choose to do all of that. You have an additional qualification that is required by top grade organization like your big four. Yeah, the Deloitte of this world, the PwC, the KPMG. As a matter of fact, from time to time, they engage us in Ajsilicon to train some of their people for them. And they refer them, to Ajsilicon from time to time because they cannot go and audit organizations that are, that are highly IT sophisticated, with limited knowledge. And that was exactly what Alhaji was talking to us about the other time. And not just the big four, some of our people who are also who are also acting as consultants. Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult to get some consulting jobs, some audit jobs, some financial advisory job, if you don't equip your people, your processes with people with CISA certification, because you can only give what you have. Yeah, increased value for individual within the organization. Yes, banks in those days, and even till now, I remember in international banking and many other, all other banks, once you qualify as CISA, they move you immediately from any department to system controls. Yeah, because you are a special breed, as it were. And that has not stopped. Yeah, increased credibility in the workplace due to combination of achievement of passing exam and all of that. Yes, Alhaji already spoke extensively on this, and I won't want to bore us, particularly now that I'm also struggling for time. Yeah, maybe when I get here, I will speak more about that. Okay, so that's just that about that. Yeah, still talking about the benefits. Yeah, assistance, meeting high professional standard with ISACA requirements and continued professional. Yes, it's a community that will continue to engage with yourselves from time to time. Yeah, confirmation of an individual's knowledge. Yeah, nothing certified or nothing authenticates, your knowledge better than CISA. Yeah, it shows that, some skill set has been incorporated into us that are of significant importance, to the business community. It makes you marketable globally. I think I've mentioned that, and increase your ability to earn in dollars and pounds locally and internationally. Yes, if there is if there is the wish of the vast majority, particularly people in the in the developing environment, it is to earn in some of these A-rated currencies of the world. And how do we achieve that? CISA is the gateway. Yes. Why are we preaching this? Why do we need to become CISA certified? So with each passing day, our reliance on information system is growing. Yeah, I don't need to. We are professional in our own right too. I don't need to overflog this. Yes, a lot of activities are now being driven. Are now being driven by the system. They are in fact, human intervention is being reduced. So all these checks, I want to check invoice, checking invoice, and the reliance on that is on the decline. So the activities are now being embedded in the system. And if you are going to validate, if you are going to pass any opinion on that, either that's internal auditors or external auditors or even consultants, yes, you need to be exposed to some of these. This is a certified that we are talking about. Not everyone who earns the CISA works as an auditor. That's very true. This qualification opens you up to many other careers. Yeah, you can even function as a security expert and all of that. And it's been established that the greatest problem, the business world, the countries of the world have is cybersecurity, related. And that's why the need for CISA certified professionals is on the rise. In the next 10 years, we have been told that is the problem that the world will be grappling with. And that's why, we need to secure our place, just to support our world. Everything you learn from CISA study, guys, the exam itself, prepare for your computer science and cybersecurity work. I think I've mentioned that. The United States Bureau of Labor project that demand for cybersecurity position will grow 33%. I think I've mentioned all of that. What this is saying is that the opportunities are enormous. The opportunities are enormous. Getting this destination will significantly increase your, yes, I think I've mentioned that too. And those are some salary comparison or examples, that we have just given us there, just to, enhance, our interest on this. According to payscale.com, the base salary for someone with a CISA qualification is $106,000. This amount will vary depending on your location, your education, and previous job. If this is the base salary, I mean, it's something that is huge. In the technology-driven landscape of today, enterprises are seeking practitioners with proven experience and all of that. And all of that. Yeah, still talking about, I have some 7-10 more minutes, and I want to be very circumspect. Yes. Employment through consulting opportunities has been set. Revenue assurance analyst. Revenue, drives a whole lot of stuff. It drives your dividend, it drives your tax, it drives your, it drives your interest, drives a whole lot. And it's something that needs to be established. It's something that government is interested in. It's something that your banks that will give you loans are interested in. Every stakeholder within the business environment is interested in all of this thing. And that is why it needs to be verified. And like I said, they are all being driven. A lot of times they are being driven, revenue is being driven by the system. And, it's only people with CISA certification that can pass, some words of credibility around those numbers. Yeah, review of system after implementation. From time to time, you've seen organizations coming up with different applications from time to time, and it needs to be reviewed such that you want to assure management and other stakeholders that it is working as expected by management, and it's only CISA certified that will be able to do it. Review of ERP implementation, even the implementation itself. Yeah, what do you want to achieve? How do you want to go there? And have you actually achieved that? Have you gone there and all of that? Yeah, you will discover that a lot of anomaly usually comes up when systems are, really implemented. And you need to solve that problem, beforehand. And that's why you need people with CISA certification, to give us guidance as to how to go about that. Because it's not, I've had experiences of, dealing with some of these things. They are not, they are not pleasant, to put it mildly. Opportunities abroad, I've mentioned all of that. CIO officer, external and internal auditing, internal financial control, security. Without CISA, how can anyone in this 21st century begin to think of some of these roles without, and that's why a number of people have been pushing their CV around and they never get any response. Yeah, because there are some critical information that the employer is looking out for. There's some critical information that even the business that want to give jobs out to consultants are looking out for. Disaster recovery specialists. Of course, the reality of disaster, it cannot be overemphasized, and you need people that will solve that problem beforehand. I've spoken about bank examiner, complement to other qualifications. So that's that about that. Now, this is the way the exam itself is structured. It's structured around 5 domains, what we call the subject matter areas, what we call courses in some other. Yeah, you have the domain 1, domain 2, domain 3, domain 4, domain 5. That is, that is titled, as stated there. You have our domain 1 as information system audit process. Governance and management of IT is your domain 2. Information system acquisition, development, and implementation is domain 3. Our domain 4 relates to information system operation and business resilience. That I was talking about data recovery the other time. These are some of the things that. And domain 5 is talking about the protection of information asset. Information is the business today. Information is the business today, and it needs to be adequately protected. You need to protect it, against confidentiality, to enhance confidentiality, to enhance integrity of your data, and to also ensure availability. It is extremely important. And there are weights. We have just transited from one syllabus to the other. That's why we are still having the old and the new. Maybe in another session, we won't be talking about we won't be talking about the old but just to give us, some concept that this is not a static exam. It's an exam that continuously also reinvents itself so that it can remain relevant. Domain 1, is 18% is attributable to domain 1, 18 to domain 2, 12 to domain 3, 26 and 26 to 4 and 5, respectively. Okay, and this type of exam question. Yeah, it will say the exam consists of 150 questions covering 5 job practice domains. Those are the domains that we mentioned earlier on. All testing your knowledge and ability on real-life job practices leveraged by experts professionally administered over a 4-hour period. What that is saying is that you are answering 150 questions in 4 hours. All the questions are designed to test your practical knowledge and your experience. All questions are multiple choice, A, B, C, D. Yeah, and that's not to say that, oh, it's a walkover. Not at all. Not at all. It can never, I mean, it can post all of these benefits and you say it's going to be a walkover. That will be CBEX. Are we there? That will be CBEX. If somebody is telling you that just come and write something in 2 hours or 3 hours and you are going to be getting all of those benefits, I mean, I'm afraid it's something that is technical. It's something that is technical. That's my point. But what is the way out? That is where Ajsilicon comes in. Ajsilicon has been designed, it's been designed to take the technicality away from it. It's been designed to configure us for success in this exam. That is the way out. To say it contains all of those benefits, because some people, I've met a couple of guys who say, oh, it's just A, B, C, D. I say, no. If it comes with all of, in fact, sometimes if you have not been to Ajsilicon, Alhaji mentioned it the other time that Ajsilicon is number one. Alhaji just being general. Number one with a distance. That's what Ajsilicon means. Yes, it's number one with a distance in this space. Yeah, in this space, and that is the reason why that must be our focus. So every question or statement asks for options. CISA is offered, via computer-based testing. So that is the nature of the exam. Like I said, we will still be taking our questions. Yeah, taking our questions. I'm wrapping up. We have more than 220 sites. It's offered in the cities where you have ISACA, and the pass mark is 450, scale score out of 800. So when you look at some of these 450, it's not just 450 out of 800. 450, in practical time can actually, be representing 76%, 78% in that regard. That's the way it is managed, but it is not to scare us. It is to tell us that Ajsilicon is our solution. Yes, the exam candidate may register for the exam whenever they are ready to sit for the exam. There are no deadlines as to when, it's very flexible because it's also an IT, based exam. CISA certification exam can now be taken via online, remote, proctored, or at an in-person testing center, just depending on our choice. Exam can be taken 2 days after your payment. And these are the testing centers in Nigeria. You can take it in Lagos, in Abuja, in Kaduna, Ibadan, Port Harcourt. Yeah, and it can also be done online or at an in-person testing center. Yes, this is the fee. This is the fee for the exams. This is the fee for the exam. If you're an ISACA member, you are going to be paying $575. And if you are a non-member, you are going to be paying $760. 575 for ISACA members, and for non-ISACA members, you are going to be paying $760. The difference is just what you are paying. If you are joining as an ISACA member, once you are paying about $180, which is in the region of the difference. Yeah, you can actually be a member without necessarily writing the exam. Yeah, and when you are writing the exam, you just be paying $575. Yeah, that's not to say that one is taking an about. And once you also be once you're also a member, it comes with us. I mean, you are in the community of movers and shakers, of the business world. Yes, these are our facilitators. Yes, this will be sent to us. These are, these are professionals, with theoretical and practical knowledge. Dr. Lumide will be, will be speaking to, the content and composition of this. So I won't want to. If you have met Doctor, you have met any of these. So we don't have. I don't have any doubt in that regard. Yes, the lecture details. Yes, the next session, we have a current session that is on now, and the next session will be, the next diet will be coming up 7th June 2025. Yeah, we run on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays we run from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Just like today, the current session will be taking place today, 12 noon to 5 p.m. and on Sundays, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, regardless of wherever we are in the part of the solar system, you can just plug into this Nigerian GMT timing. Yes, and it's the class is It's a virtual class on Zoom on Zoom application. Let me also quickly announce for us that Ajsilicon has built structures and infrastructures in place that ensures that we have seamless engagement. Now, this is exactly what is very critical now. This is very critical now. I've just given us information about this so that we can, this is not what we should concentrate on, particularly if funds are of challenge. This is what we need immediately. Need the tuition fee coming to Ajsilicon for those sessions. Yeah, if you are the fee is actually 175,000 naira. The program runs for over 3 months. Yeah, the fee is for 175,000 naira, and Ajsilicon, is known for its magnanimity. It's been said that for early bird payment, 160 should be extended to them. There's a bonus. There's a bonus about 15,000 naira there. So for early bird payment, and early bird, are people that have made their payment between now and the 17th May 2025. Yeah, between now and 17th May, if you make this payment of 160, it will be acceptable. Subsequent payment will attract 175, and minimum of 100 is, and you can do the balance later. Yeah, but that will that will not be considered as early bird or something. Yeah, payment before attendance is permitted, but the limitation there is that no training material will be extended to us until you make fully full payment. There's nobody should even be thinking of this, with what, even without, Alhaji mentioned, without passing, you will have been baptized into word of professional relevance, having attended this session. These are our the bank details that will be needed to do all of that when the time comes. Yeah, we, like I said, this all of this slide will be shared with us, and these are our contact details. Yeah, these numbers, they run these numbers are they run 24/7. Yeah, it's a response mechanism that is top notch, for our further engagement. So on this note, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Like I said, please let's note our question. We are going to be taking them. Yes. And if questions are also posted on the chat box, we will attend to them. So I like to appreciate everyone, and I want to tell us that the train is about it's about to leave the station, and this is our ticket. This is our ticket to join that train. So on this note, thank you so much, everyone. I'm still standing by. I want to quickly call Dr. Olumide Olowokure so that he's going to be sharing some practical experiences. We're going to be, it's going to be giving life to this skeleton that I've just extended to us. On this note, thank you so much, Doctor.
Please let's take questions before Doctor's session.
Okay.
Let's that's a very, very beautiful one, and in fact, I'm really very, very, very proud of you. So let's quickly take some questions before we take Dr. Olumide's session. Please raise your hand, and we can.
Okay, Olajide Akiola, can we have you immediately now, please? Olajide Akiola, please go ahead.
Okay, before he comes on, what was the question again, sir? Olajide Akiola.
Or can we have Abodose Godwin? Okay, go ahead, Olajide, please.
The person does not hear. The problem is in your system there. Every other person is hearing clearly.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm Abosede Godwin. Thank you very much for the insightful section. My own question is, how do we pay for this exam? Let's assume that I'm having dollar amount. I'm having dollars with me in cash. How do I pay into a CISA account for the exam?
And you can, thank you very much for that question. If you do have your domiciliary account, you can pay through that. And every year, there's a local chapter. You automatically, after payment, will belong to the local chapter. So if you want to pay, if you first pay the membership fee, which is $165, you will automatically be a member of the local chapter. The local chapter usually does have concessionary rates. Then there are some fintech companies that also do assist in making payments. So briefly, if you have a domiciliary account, you can pay through that. If you have a relation that has a domiciliary account or is abroad, they can assist you to pay, and you can also pay through the local chapter. Those are the options that are, yeah. So next question.
Yeah, Alhaji Malik, please.
Before Malik on, somebody was asking the date for the exam. In those days, we started with 1 diet per annum. Later, it changed to 2 diets, later 3 diets. But now, after making your payment for the exam and it is acknowledged, you can sit for your exam. So it's now individualized. That is, you can sit for your exam at any point in time. So, Malik.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the informative session. Yeah, my own question is about the CISA member and the non-member, because I look at it that there's a lot of difference in the payment for the exam. So how does one become a member, and what are the procedure of becoming a member, so that one can take advantage of
to become a member? You can see the URL, isaka.org/membership. Just go to their website and you complete the required form, make payment, and you have become a member. What is sweeter than reflecting in your CV that you are a member of international auditing organization? CISA does not have any, to register for CISA, to become a CISA person, does not require any prerequisite. 5 credit in English, whatever. You want to register to be a member, just go to their website, complete the required form, pay $165, and you are a member of ISACA. And that can go on your CV. But to use the appellation CISA against your name, you have to sit and pass the exam. So if you have already paid the $165 and you're already a member, it means that by the time you are ready to pay for the exam, you are going to pay $575. But if by the time you want to register for the exam, you are not yet a member, you are required to pay $760. So you can see the difference between $575 and $760 is the $165. So whether you like it or not, you will have to pay for the membership. And there are a lot of advantages of being a member, even without payment for the exam yet. If you are not ready, So the order is this. First and foremost, you pay for your training in Ajsilicon. Okay? Then the next thing is payment for membership when it is ready. Then after your training, you have to go and sit down and read properly. You can sit down, read properly, prepare, and until the sample questions and answers that we will give you, you're already scoring about 75% before you should try to attempt to do the exam. Okay? So that's the difference between the two. Dauda, can anyone living abroad be able? Anybody can join the program. Okay?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning,
Go
everyone.
ahead. Yes.
Ademola Yakub Dauda is my name. I thank the Ajsilicon for organizing this wonderful program. And my question is that if somebody attend the Ajsilicon for the training, is the syllabus, is the Ajsilicon, are they going to give that person syllabus prepare for the exam?
There's one thing that is unique about this CISA program. The name of the organization that is doing the program is Information System Audit and Control Association, abbreviated to mean ISACA. Okay? So ISACA prepares the manual that you will use to prepare for the exam. They prepare the sample question and answers, about 600, that you will use to prepare for the exam. We will also give you reference to recognized question and answer pool, part of which you will pay for, part of which you will not pay for. But the manual and the sample question and answers, we are going to supply you, okay, as part of the $160,000 that, I mean, 160,000 naira that you are going to pay us. So that's the position. I hope that is clear, Dauda.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm okay.
Okay. Olusegun.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay,
My name
thank
is
you
Donald.
for
Olusegun.
My name is Olusegun Matthew.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for the informative presentation, sir. My question is in the area of knowledge. What are the pre-knowledge that one's supposed to have or acquire before sitting for this exam? I can see it is an IT-based system audit, kind of. So will an ordinary person that doesn't know more than Excel and PowerPoint and Word take this exam?
That is all that you need to prepare, to start preparation for the exam. General IT office knowledge. So if you pick the manual, you will see that it is very, very, very simple. But more importantly, if you come for training, the facilitators will be able to take you through, and you will be in a position to ask questions. We do not run physical classes. Somebody asked that question in the chat. Everything is virtual. So you can join in any part of the world. And CISA is a one-stage exam. It is not part 1, part 2, part 3. Sit over it once, you pass, that is the end of the story. Okay? So, Oluwaseyi, over to you.
Thank you, sir, Alhaji, for this great, insightful training of the CISA class. But my own question is the area of want to, as a revision class, that what will be in the area of our own cost for people that want to for the revision and the material, because the material we were having then was the old one, and the syllabus has been changed, I think, since last year. That does our own fee cover the material for the preparation for the exam? That is my own question, sir. Thank you.
By revision class, you mean you want to repeat the class? Repeating the class means you are coming back fully to attend classes and to take all the classes, you know. That is what I mean by repeat. We do not charge our former students. There's evidence that you have paid fully before. You are coming back. It's at a considerable reduced rate, and that payment we make will include the new materials, which is different from what you took before. We'll let you know how much this thing is. Okay. Next question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're not paying the same amount.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Fashion.
Rotimi, Fashion, please.
Sorry, I have a question. I don't know if I can go ahead.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
So, I wanted to ask, since the exam can be taken at any point, one actually makes the payments for the exam. For the class at Ajsilicon, how long does the class last? Then at what point is it like when the class is over, then that's when you advise the students to then go for the exam? I just want to know the duration.
Yeah, I've addressed this before. Now, there are two classes of students. The first class are those that have done some certifications before. They are not like Mr. A and B, who only have experience in using office applications and not the rest. In addition to that, they already have some certifications. And those certifications already has some of the areas that you are just learning, you know. So you will see that before you even finish the 3 months, some members of the class will be posting through the WhatsApp group that they have sat and passed the exam, you know. So those two classes of them. Now, for you that is just beginning the journey, or for anybody at all, there's a performance indicator, and that is the sample question and answers that we are going to give you. You'll be practicing. If you pick 20 questions today, what have you scored? If you don't score up to 75%, you are not likely to pass. And the advantage of that practicing is that the answers they will provide you will not only tell you the answer, it will also tell you why the right answer is correct and why the other ones are wrong. So in the process of those explanations, it expands your knowledge. So pass 20 today, very good marks and all the rest. But if you do it badly, if it is very, very bad, it means you have to go back to go and read that section of the manual again. So next time, maybe you want to pick 50 questions and so on and so forth. By the time you finish the first round of question and answers, it means you should have finished the first round of the manual. You yourself, you'll be gaining confidence. So until you are scoring above 75%, don't go attempt the question, the exam, because you just burn your money. But what I've said is that as soon as you finish the course, we are going to give you an e-certificate of attendance that is well recognized in Nigeria because people know Ajsilicon and our standard. So it's important that you yourself will be able to determine how good you have been through the marks you are scoring before you attempt the questions. Next person, Jeremiah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity and the great platform you provided. Sir, my question is on the area of the membership. You said earlier that when someone pays for membership that's international, that you automatically become a member of the local chapter. So I want to find out, aside from the money you pay in becoming the general membership, does a local chapter have additional charge? That's number one. Then secondly, the membership fee, is it once or you pay it every year? Whether you are qualified, whether you have been certified or not. Thank you, sir.
The membership fee of $165 has the payment for the local chapter inside it. And you are not just a member of local chapter, you are a member of Information Systems Audit, Control, and Association worldwide, not just of the local chapter. So they have already embedded the amount due to the local chapter, and through them, the local chapter will. So once you become a member, you're already a member of the local chapter. It's now left to you to be attending meetings, be active and all that. And as soon as you become a member, you'll be able, whatever ISACA is doing, there is members fee, there is no member fee. So you have advantage. If you want to buy anything in their bookstore, there is membership fee, there is no membership. If there is conference, there is member fee, there is no member fee. And as soon as you become a member, you will be entitled to use the IT pool, knowledge pool, KNet. If you want to do any research, that research pool is there for you. If there are any special areas of interest to your organization, which you want to do some research and all the rest, you go to the KNet. So Those are the two advantages. Next person. Hello. David.
Hello, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the...
Jeremiah, sorry. Jeremiah, have you attended to you?
Yes, sir. The second part, sir. Whether the payment is annual or once for all.
So when it comes to annual, it's no longer membership, it is subscription. And any professional body, what its name, will pay subscription annually. That is maintenance of the association and for all the facilities that you enjoy. So there's annual subscription that you will necessarily pay every year as a member of the association, whether you are a CISA or not. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, next person.
Yes, sir. Good day, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. For some of us that are going to pay for the exam fee themselves and not to be paid for by where they work, I want to know, like you rightly said, the lectures or the classes with Ajsilicon is for 3 months. Now I want to know how often the syllabus from ISACA is being changed, because I wouldn't want to, maybe like you suggested, first of all attend the classes with Ajsilicon and then take my time to prepare, only to now discover that the syllabus have been changed maybe within a year or a year and 2-3 months. I wouldn't know.
It's about 5 years. 5 years.
Okay.
It's
Thank
about
you.
5 years, and when it changes, it's not such a drastic change as such. You know, it's not a drastic change. Maybe 10-15% difference, but it's going to be modernized. Obsolete
Thank you.
areas moved and so on and so forth. Okay. Next person.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Yes, I want to get an insight about, is there any contact person that we can easily call, your contacts, maybe the phone number, whatsoever, that we can use to get more information outside this call, maybe privately, to get some information
You
in
have
terms of registration?
Our official numbers are on the something. They will post it on the chat or something now. Okay. It's in the. We have posted this presentation to the chat box now. In addition to that, so our contact details are there. In addition to that, we also send all these materials to you by email. All those of you all registered before you can be on this. Okay. Yes. Next person.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, let me quickly add, Joshua, please, let me quickly add that once you have made up your mind, pay immediately and you collect the materials and you start reading in advance. That's the advantage. You know, when you are already reading in advance, you're just doing revision by the time you get to the class, and you'll have identified some areas that are not clear to you, and from the one you become, you will have some ready-made questions for the class teacher. So take advantage of the early board. Between now and 17th of May is the early board. So pay immediately. As soon as you pay, your materials will be given to you. Yes, Joshua.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I want to make an inquiry. I was registered before, specifically in 2007. But unfortunately, I wrote that exam once and I didn't make it. And since that time, I've been pursuing some other things. Presently, I want to prepare myself again for this. My old registration is still valid, or I need to do a new. So that is my question, sir.
They will have removed your name from the register for lack of regular payment of your subscription.
Okay.
But you can, the advantage of pursuing the old registration that it means the accumulated subscriptions you will have to pay.
Oh,
Then
okay.
if you like see clarification, www.isaca.org. If at any time something is not clear to you,
Okay.
send me, within 48 working hours, you are likely to get a response, But my own understanding of how the system works is that once you miss paying the subscription for a few years, they just knock you on. So you may have to register afresh. Next person.
Okay.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. So after Audit, we are going to take I think there's no longer any hand up, Abi. So so we take our second lecturer.
All right, sir. I have two questions. The question I want to ask is, this year exam, okay, from any exams from this year, is it going to be based on the new syllabus? I don't know if the new syllabus has started already.
It has started already.
Okay. So if we pay, for the classes, how fast can we get the syllabus to start getting ready for the exams?
As if you pay today and you are available to come and collect the materials in our office, you will collect it today.
Okay. Thank you. Because I'm talking about for those of us that residing outside Lagos.
For those of you that are, even those people in Lagos, you have to pay for the courier to you. But if you can afford to come to our office or send somebody to our office.
Okay, so for us that reside outside Lagos, we'll just pay for courier too.
You pay for courier. Even
okay, thank you very much.
Victoria Island people, people that are far away from the nation, they should be ready to pay for courier. You send it to them.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My second question is, do you need to have a DOM account for you to be able to make payments for the exams?
Payment for the exam, I explained the various options. If you want to pay by yourself, you will have a DOM account through which you can make a remittance. If you have somebody abroad, they just pay for you, no stress. Then there are some of these fintech companies that too assist after charging little commission. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm so grateful, sir. Nice meeting you again, sir.
Thank you. Sanusi?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I just would like to confirm, sir, if at the end of this particular session, are we going to be able to get the recordings for some of us who would like to listen to it all over again, sir? Thank you.
We are going to send to your mailbox this particular, the presentation and the recording. And let me quickly add that During the normal classes, we do not provide recordings, but for the orientation, we are going to send the recording to you. We have already sent this presentation to the chat box now, but we also send it by email, even to those who registered and could not attend. So, thank you very much for those beautiful questions. Dr. Olumide will now share experience with us. It's very, very important, please, that we listen to him, how he came about doing CISA, and what benefits has accrued to him, and what advice he has for you from joining if you eventually decide to join. Over to you, Dr. Olumide.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to.
By the way, our students, and after passing the exam, we invited him to join the team. So you can see, maybe by this time next year, already part of our facilitators. Over to you. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and let me also congratulate you for being here. All right. Mr. Abiona has said a lot, and for me, it was just an invitation like this that I got some years back. And then I said, okay, let me see what these guys are saying. So I came for, it was also like, so this next diet that's going to be like starting in June, used to be May. So it was May session I came for. And by July, I was already, I've already passed the exam. So when Alaji and Mr. Abayomi was talking about in 3 months' time, yeah, it is very, very possible. So let me just give you a gist about how it started. Before CISA, I was working in a particular bank, and then we were just there, and promotion was not forthcoming. Everything was just upside down, right? We had aspirations, we had, visions as to, where I want to be in so period, but it was not adding up. So I went to my PhD, and then I got my PhD in accounting. 2 years after the PhD, nothing was still happening the way I expected it to happen. And that was when I came about CISA. I went through the training at Ajsilicon. We had fantastic lecturer. And by the way, Mr. Abayomi was also one of my lecturers then. He has always been there at Ajsilicon, right? So I passed the exam and then updated my CV. It was like a miracle, okay? So when preparation meets opportunity, you can only imagine what will happen. So I was the one that was always trying to look for a job before CISA. But the moment I had CISA attached to my CV, I started getting calls. I started seeing people on LinkedIn try to headhunt me, and I started doing my shakara too. So if you want to do interview for me, you don't want to do virtual, I tell you I'm not coming. Okay, so there was just like a paradigm shift, as in I now discovered that I'm the one that is holding the 4 aces. I discovered that I'm no longer the one that is trying to beg, to get a job. Okay, so what am I trying to say is that CISA actually changed everything concerning my career progression. And then, like we have also had, it's not because the name CISA. I think it's because it's what people are looking for. When you are able to provide solutions to their problems, then you can demand for how much you want to be paid because you are bringing in solutions. So that's what CISA empowers you to do. That's what CISA, because the training itself will change your orientation, the skills you are going to get. Even in your current place of work, they will understand that something is different. By the time you start going through the training, by the time you do 4 weeks, honestly, the way you write your reports, those things you start looking for as an auditor or internal control person, a risk expert in your organization, and so on and so forth, your orientation changes. So we are in a world where a lot of things have gone digital, and then the solution that we bring about as assurance expert, for instance, also has to be digital in such a way that the world does not leave us behind. So those risks that we used to have in those days, that we do validation and so on and so forth, they have moved to the information system world. And then we also need people who can help us audit this information system to be sure that the output of the information system has integrity, and that you will always have available data, and then there'll be confidentiality that will be guaranteed so that you're also not exposed to data regulators finding your organization. So for me, the CISA was the silver bullet, and it opens door, gives you opportunity to pitch yourself, to be able to sit on those tables where decisions are made, and so on and so forth. So after I got my CISA, the next job I will be getting was 70% increment on my annual pay, and since then I've doubled that, so where I work and wherever I go now, I don't even look forward to promotions, because I can easily promote myself. It's just for me to send out my CV, and then I'll get calls, and I'll be able to negotiate on the next level I want to go to. So I don't know the situation you are currently, whether even your place of work, it seems as if they are just managing you. You can change that story. If you just put in for this session, and in June, July, August, by August you are done. By September, you are already sending out your CV, and then you can change your story. So for me, when you speak about returns on investment, even though it was also painful then, the dollar was also not smiling, although it wasn't as bad as we have currently. But then I didn't look at the dollar, because I knew it wasn't an expense, it was an investment. So after the orientation like this, I made payment for the class, and then I started looking for how to make payment for my exams, and thankfully it worked that way. So and for so many other people that I've related with that also have this CISA certification, the story is not different, because it puts you in another class entirely, and then the negotiation power comes to you as a person, because you have been able to distinguish yourself from the pack, right? So for CISA certification, for me, I would say thank you. And for Ajsilicon for, bringing out this kind of orientation back then, and then making it to work for me the way it did. I would say thank you. And you can see now that I'm also part of the family because I also want to be part of those who are changing the stories of people, in their career, trying to help them to make sense of the brighter future they have hoped for themselves. So I think I will just stop now. It's not how long the story is, but the fact that I can tell you for free that what my PhD certification could not do for me, the CISA actually did for me. And after CISA, I've also done C-Risk, in order to continually improve on myself. So that's my story, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I have any question or feedback from our professional colleagues on the call. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Olumide. It was a nice one, and thank you for your encouragement. I feel like writing the exams tomorrow like this. Let's Ajsilicon just finish teaching us, and let's go to the classroom and do exploits. Thank you very much, and I pray that Ajsilicon will give us all the needed wisdom and knowledge and information that we need to excel. Thank you very much, and also to my godfather, Mr. Abionu. I'm looking forward to making us proud by God's grace.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you, Dr. Olumide. That was a great one, very brilliant one. We appreciate you always willing to share experience. So, does anybody have any more questions, either with respect to Dr. Olumide's presentation or the earlier presentation? If there's still any area that is not clear to you, but please bear in mind, our people will say a single rich man amidst thousands of poor is also what? Is also a poor person.
Poor person.
So don't forget your friends, carry them along, let them come and join the class so that you both progress together. Christopher, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I actually joined the call late, and I'm very much interested in the program. I don't know if these informations will be shared, because I learned that some people have joined the group, but I don't think I'm part of the group where those informations have been shared. I'm very much interested, and I would like to come on board for the program as well. Thank you, sir.
Whoever has joined this call, just as you have joined the call, you have to send the recording, and this PowerPoint presentation is all going to be shared with everybody. Those who have joined the call, about 1/3 of people who registered, but we are going to send the information to everybody. So we haven't lost much. Yeah, Grace. Grace.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for the presentation, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that I saw something online that said that you need about 5 years experience in the auditing space before you can get a CISA certification. So for those of us, I know you mentioned about those that don't have experience in the field, but I just wanted more clarity on how it works when you don't have any experience. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. The 5 years requirement, if you are a graduate already, you have 3 years to your credit out of the 5 years. Okay?
Okay, sir.
After passing the exam, before they can give you the certificate as a CISA, you'll be required to complete a form. And
yes,
if you're already a graduate, you have 3 years to your credit. And if you're already working in computer environment for another 2 years, your 5 years is complete already.
oh,
Okay.
oh,
So
okay, sir.
required to get a CISA to sign your form for you, which is not a big deal. The greatest headache is passing the exam. Once you pass your exam, satisfy all the rest. No problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So any other person? I'm not seeing any hands again. I hope I'm correct.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir? Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
I just want to know whether the lecturers will be making the materials, the video available at every each of every classes.
We are
Will they
not
be
giving
making it available?
you. I have mentioned it. We are not giving any video apart from this video for this orientation. You know too well that once we release video, nobody will come to class again, isn't it? So we are not releasing video apart from the video for this presentation. Okay? We have made ourselves clear. Folashade, what to you?
Okay, thank you. So when does the class start?
The class starts June 7th. But you can make your payment immediately, collect the materials, and we start reading in advance. Okay?
Okay. The payments is going to be how much is it again, please?
You pay between now and 17th of May, you are going to pay 160,000. Thereafter is 175,000. Adetokubo, have you taken your question?
Oh, sorry. Good day.
Yeah.
Just a question. My case is kind of slightly different. I wrote the exam some time past. I passed, and later on got the certificate. But for some reasons, I was not able either to continue with the subscription or the continuous assessment. And that has taken some time. I think I just want to know, do I need to write the exam again? Or, I mean, is there a way of continuing the program, or I just need to write it all over again? Thank you.
How many years? No.
I think I did it around 2008, and I think I got the certificate like 2013 thereabout. So
That was before I was born, Abby.
no, sir, that's a long time, sir.
I'll give you a personal experience. My son sat for it, he passed, and over 10 years or something, he wanted to continue. They said he had to resit for the exam. So he resat it and passed. So if it is just a question of few years and you can advance good reason why you have not been paying your subscription or whatever. But once it's plenty of years like that, you have to receipt. Look ahead. Look ahead, over to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Permit me, my question might be a bit complex. Before now, why I'm asking this question, I have ACA. Currently, I'm having CITN. Before the CITN, when I told my husband I want to go for the CISN, jokingly, he will tell me, the ACA you have you earned much on it? I'll tell him, don't worry. Because I just want to tell you that what prompts me to having CITN is because I've had several financial roles in the past. But currently, I've done payable, receivable, but currently, as a tax accountant, and I see that I venture much into the tax. That's why I went for CITN. Now, taking orientation lecture on CISA, I'm just thinking, because I'm thinking CISA is more of audit. So I'm thinking, I'm not into audit at the moment. Do you think, what impact can getting CISA certificate do for me at the moment that I'm not into audit but more of tax? And I had somebody asking question about the person passed. Probably later the person cannot pay subscription, or maybe I didn't get that aspect well. When the person wants to continue, they will still have him to receipt. It's somehow, before now, I don't want to ask question, but I was like, let me just pour out my mind. I want to get things clearly. First one, what impact can CISA do at the moment for somebody who is into more of tax? Or is it specifically for audit line? And the other question that the person is asking, that he passed the exam, later for him to continue, he needs to receipt. That's my question, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Always summon courage to ask questions that is not clear to you. So it's good to pour out your mind. No question is stupid at all, at all, at all, at all. And in the process of answering your question, you'll be able to assist other people. Now, during the course of my address, I did mention that CISA is not for auditors alone. When you are doing your ICANN exam, you did audit as part of the subject. Auditing because you need audit knowledge even to work as an accountant. You do not want to be heading an organization where fraud will be committed. And before you can prevent that, you have to know the ways for which you have to introduce the various controls, the various checks, and so on and so forth. At the moment you are working for a system that is computerized, we are not looking at computerization of financials alone. Even the network, fraud is committed through network, through the various types of applications that you are using, So you need knowledge in all those areas. So they say information system auditing, hardware, software, the network, the processes, and so on and so forth. When you are working in an organization and you are in a meeting, the professionals are sitting there making various contributions. Immediately you are in such environment, it is necessary that you should be able to have a good understanding of whatever is happening in your environment. That's number one. Number two, in some organizations, they necessarily will move you around. They are not sitting there. Some people in some organizations, you're on accounts payable for 12 years. That's the only motto. So even if you go out of that organization, you cannot claim to know how to use that particular application because you are limited to just one module. But in some organizations, they move you around and you need all this knowledge for all these purposes. Now, finally, regarding the subscription, in those days, when exchange rates was very small, people could belong to several associations and they be paying the subscription. Paying one or two subscriptions now is a big deal. So you need to do an immediate assessment of whatever ones that you want to keep. For CISA, after some years, they will knock you off if you are not paying your subscription, and you may have to, But some organizations do assist their staff to pay, and some, when you know it is particularly relevant to what you are doing, you don't mind struggling to pay because it has its advantages in terms of continuing professional education. So, Lucky, Rukayat, I hope that is clear.
Well noted, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
So I just take questions and you can call it a day. You feel free to, we have sent the phone numbers to the chat box. I hope you all saw the numbers, and so Lucky, over to you. Let's be quick.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation today. Please, my question still boils down to subscription. How much is their subscription yearly?
I think it's $165.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Mercy.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so very much for this rewarding and imparting orientation course. For me, it has inspired me to go for this training and also the exams. It has been actually what I wanted to do over the years. My question is, you said the next batch of lecture will be starting June. Assuming one is not able to join the June batch, when next are we having it this year?
After about 3 months or thereabout, there's going to be another batch. There's one more before the end of the year.
Okay, sir. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Bakari Ayomide. Ayomide.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma.
Sir, thank you very much for this orientation. But I'd like to ask that as a fresh graduate, that I do not have any idea about I've not done any professional exams yet. Like, I'm new to this. I want to ask about the ISACA, the membership and the non-membership fee. Sir, you said something that even without the membership, that if you pay for the non-membership fee for your exam, you said, are you saying that we still have to be a member of the ISACA body?
What I said was that before you sit for the exam, you have to be a member of ISACA. And there are 2 ways by which that can be achieved. You can go to their website, complete the form. By the way, no minimum requirement. Whether you are a graduate, or you don't have credit to in mass, there are no conditionalities about it. Just complete the form, make, and you are a member of ISACA.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you now undergo the training, you want to sit for the exam, you will now pay the fee of a member because we have already registered as a member. That is the first route. The other route is that you have not registered as a member before, you have gone for training, you are ready to sit for the exam. You are ready to sit for the exam, you are going to register both for membership and for the exam together. So that's why the fee. But somebody who has registered as a member before is going to be different from somebody who is just going to register for the two at a go. Is it
Okay.
clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you. And sir, lastly, I would like to ask that does Ajsilicon only take people for CISA and no other professional course?
We do ACCA Digital Analytics. Are you a member of ICANN?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. So if you are a member of ICANN, you will have been receiving our training because we have a current batch, people who are doing ACCA Digital Analytics exam. And within the next few weeks, we are going to start AI literacy program for accountants. AI literacy program for accountants. We are going to start it, and we start it in a big way because artificial intelligence is the in thing now. What are the
Yes, sir.
skills that we need to imbibe to be able to join the train of people who are making it through artificial intelligence? And some of the components of such programs is this CISA, is this digital analytics. Since we have your particulars now, you'll be receiving messages from us live. Okay?
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So, I think we have flogged most of the questions. Is Mercy still trying to ask questions, or is the former hand that is up? So I want to thank you sincerely for attending this beautiful session. We still have about 94 people on the call, despite the fact that we have started it a long time ago. So we appreciate like we have said, the earlier you join, the better. And don't forget, your friends that are not able to join the call, please try and invite them so that you both join the train together. Dr. Olumide, have a passing shot.
Okay, thank you, Alaji. Thank everyone for being here. So my parting shot will just be that let's not procrastinate. Let's do what we need to do very quickly. Let's try and check this one out of our box and then become a CISA. And then let's now see what happens to our career after that. So that will be all from me. Thank you once again and have a very good afternoon.
So you're me over to.
Okay. Thank you, sir, Alaji, and thank you, Doctor. Well, like I mentioned earlier on, the time to start is not even tomorrow. It's now, it's today. Yes, I mean, from our discussion, you can see that this is life enriching, live engaging, career refocusing program, and there's no need to procrastinate, just like doctor mentioned. Let's immediately come on board, and I believe that Ajsilicon will take us there, and very stably. Thank you once again, everyone, and let's enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all.
Thank
Please
you.
to call the office if you still have questions. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you,
so,
sir.
okay, take care.
Okay, thank you, sir. Very grateful for this
Thank you.
useful
Thank you.
training. We are very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for the insightful seminar.
Thank you, Dr.
Even if we
Raza.
are not able to do
Thank
it,
you,
we
Mr.
engage our
Abayomi.
children
Thank you
to
very much.
do
God
so.
bless you all.
Very
Thank you.
grateful, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.